My favorite book this month. This month, I read a book that I really loved. It's called The Secret Garden, and it's one of the best books I have read in a long time. I want to write about why this book is my favorite right now, and what I enjoyed about it. Finding the book. I found The Secret Garden in my school library. I was looking for a new book to read, because I had finished all the books I had borrowed before. I walked around the library, looking at the shelves, and then I saw this book. The cover was colorful, and it showed a beautiful garden with flowers. I thought it looked interesting, so I decided to borrow it. When I got home, I looked at the back cover of the book. It had a short summary about a girl who finds a hidden garden and helps it grow. I was excited to start reading, because I love stories about nature and adventure. The story. An introduction. The Secret Garden is written by Frances Hodgson Burnett. The story is about a young girl named Mary Lennox. Mary is an orphan who goes to live with her uncle, Mr. Craven, in a big, old house called Misselthwaite Manor. The house is in the countryside, and it has a large, beautiful garden that is hidden behind a wall. Mary is not happy at first because she misses her old home and her parents. She is also very lonely because the house is big, and there are not many people around. However, she is curious about the garden and wants to find out more about it. Discovering the secret garden. One day, while exploring the grounds of the manor, Mary finds a key to the hidden garden. She discovers a door that has been locked for many years. When she unlocks the door and opens it, she finds the garden in a very sad state. It is overgrown and full of weeds. But Mary can see that it used to be a beautiful place. Mary decides to take care of the garden. She starts by clearing the weeds and planting new flowers and seeds. She works hard every day, and slowly the garden begins to come back to life. As the garden grows, Mary feels happier and more connected to the world around her. Meeting new friends. As Mary spends more time in the garden, she meets new people who become her friends. One of them is Dickon, a boy who knows a lot about nature and animals. Dickon helps Mary with the garden, and teaches her how to take care of the plants and animals. He also introduces her to the local wildlife, like birds and squirrels. Mary also meets her cousin, Colin. Colin is very sick and has been kept away from everyone because of his illness. Mary brings Colin to the garden, and he starts to feel better. The fresh air and the beauty of the garden make him happier and healthier. Colin and Mary become good friends, and they spend a lot of time together in the garden. The garden's magic. One of the reasons I love this book is because of the magic of the garden. As the garden grows and becomes more beautiful, it seems to have a special effect on everyone who visits it. Mary, Colin, and even Mr. Craven, who has been very sad, start to feel better because of the garden. The garden represents hope and renewal. It shows that even if something seems broken or sad, it can be fixed and made beautiful again with care and love. This idea is very inspiring to me. It reminds me that I can also make a positive change in my own life, and in the lives of others. What I learned from the book. Reading The Secret Garden taught me many important things. First, it showed me the importance of nature, and how being outside can make us feel better. The characters in the book find joy and healing through the garden, and I think that is a beautiful message. Second, the book taught me about friendship and kindness. Mary, Colin, and Dickon all help each other and support one another. Their friendship helps them overcome their problems and makes them happier. It reminded me that friends can make a big difference in our lives. Finally, I learned that we can all make a difference, no matter how small we start. Mary begins by making a small change in the garden. But her efforts lead to something much bigger and more wonderful. This inspired me to take small steps to improve my own life and to help others. My favorite parts of the book. There were many parts of the book that I really enjoyed. One of my favorite parts is when Mary first discovers the hidden garden. The way she describes the garden and how she feels when she finds it is magical. I could imagine the garden and how beautiful it must have been. Another part one loved is when Colin starts to get better. It is so touching to see how the garden helps him feel better and become more confident. The transformation in his character is amazing, and it shows how powerful friendship and nature can be. I also enjoyed the scenes where Mary and Dickon work together in the garden. Their conversations and the way they care for the plants are very interesting. It made me want to spend more time outside and take care of my own garden. Why I recommend the book. I would recommend The Secret Garden to anyone who likes stories about nature, friendship, and personal growth. It is a beautiful and inspiring book that shows how we can all make a difference in our own lives and in the lives of others. The characters are well written, and the story is engaging from beginning to end. The book also has wonderful descriptions of nature in the garden, which makes it a pleasure to read. Even though it was written a long time ago, the themes and messages are still relevant today. It is a timeless story that can be enjoyed by readers of all ages. Final thoughts. Overall, The Secret Garden has become one of my favorite books this month. I enjoyed reading it and learning from it. The story is heartwarming, and the characters are inspiring. It reminds me of the beauty of nature and the power of friendship. I am glad I found this book, and I will definitely read it again in the future. I hope that others will enjoy it as much as I did and find inspiration in its pages. It is a book that will stay with me for a long time. Good night, and happy reading.